Today we say goodbye to Mr. Bubbles, the little girl's father says as he pours the contents of a bowl into the toilet. The little girl, in tear-filled eyes, said, "Why does Mr. Bubbles have to go?" The dad crouched to console his daughter. It was his time. Fish sadly don't last long, honey. Where do they go after they go into the toilet? The little girl's dad sighed. Let me tell you what your grandpa said to me when I was your age. He told me how if a pet fish is flushed after death, they're picked up by a fisherman and they are brought back and put in the great fish tank, a place for all deceased pet fish. The little girl wiped her tears and asked, "Really? Have you seen the fisherman, Daddy?" The dad said, "Very little people have seen them, but your grandmother did see two once. She only described them as two different creatures with fish tank heads." With the girl properly consoled, they continued with their day. Days later, the girl retold the story to her friends. The two boys of the group scoffed at her story, saying it was untrue. The girl pleaded her case that her dad was truthful, but the boys gave her no time. So she said, "I will prove it then." The older boys chimed in and said, "Then let's go into the sewers to prove it." The girl agreed. They walked through the thicket and brush until they made it to their destination. The open hole wailed a metallic echoed scream, which startled the kids to jump. With a stutter, one of the boys said, "Girls first." With a huff, the girl headed in, with the boys not too far off into the abyss. The walls were slick with slime, with a putrid odor all about, and with every step you heard the damp splash of every step. The kids eventually made it into a chamber that had 3 separate ways. The girl responded with, "We'll have to split up. Blaine will take the right route, I will take the middle, and Jeremy the left." Jeremy tried to interject, but his brother Blaine cut him off, saying he can't chicken out, or he's telling Mom. Before his brother could finish his words, Jeremy sighed, saying, "Fine." They eventually all agreed and went their separate ways. No more than a minute after they separated, a scream was heard. Looking back, she saw Jeremy running out. Confused, she started to walk back to see Blaine running out right after. Sen then gets back to where they had split up, only to see all the previous ways gone. Scared, she looks back, thinks she got lost, only to see the previous way gone as well. Now legitimately scared, she hears a door open. With nowhere else to go, she continues to the door. She then walks in to see another sewer route that ends in a brick wall with something at the end. She walks up to see a teddy bear with a fish tank on its head. She then turns around to leave the room, but is stopped in her tracks. As she's thinking this through, the fisherman's statement pops in her head. Before she can react, she hears a voice from behind her. "I know who you are. He told me about you." Frozen in her place, she sees a giant hand with long spindly fingers wrap around her. Within mere seconds that felt like hours, the arms turned her around. In that moment she saw the monstrosity. The arms were coming from the teddy bear. Then on cue, the bear talked in a slow, raspy voice, its mouth swirling in a ripple of fur and razor teeth. Then on cue, the bear talked in a slow, raspy voice, its mouth swirling in a ripple of fur and razor teeth. It said, "Your fish told me of you." The creature paused before responding, "You are good. Now close your eyes and hold out your hands." Not wanting to suffer the creature's wrath, she did as it said. The creature dropped something in her hand and uttered, "Put it in water when you get home. Now go, this is no place for a child." Gave her a light push, and with that she ran until she got home, ignoring her friends as she ran by them. When she got home, she did as the creature said, not even looking at what was in her hand until she put it in the water. When she dropped the thing in, her pale face turned white. In the water was her dead, half-eaten fish.